up, squad? Today, we continue with our second video on grading off-seasons with the Central Division. And we're going to start out with the Bulls. Connor, you want to start?
Okay, so the Bulls, they weren't a great team last year, but they had to do some stuff in the offseason. So they went out and signed Jabari Parker for 2 years, $40 million, which I thought was a good deal because Jabari Parker has a lot to prove. He came off of 2 torn ACL injuries, which really could have ended his career, but in the playoffs, I thought he looked pretty good. He made a comment about not playing defense and how players don't get paid to play defense, which I don't think is good, but if that's the worst thing, you can deal with that. They made it a priority this offseason, to re-sign Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine got offered a 4-year, $80 million contract by the qualifying offer by the Sacramento Kings, but the Bulls matched it, and he re-signed with the Bulls, which I think is key. He only played in 26 games last year, but when he played, he was electrifying, which is a good thing. They brought back Antonio Blakeney, who played very well in the G League, I thought, and when he was playing for the Bulls, he did a very good job. With the 7th pick in the draft, the Bulls selected Wendell Carter Jr. out of Duke, which at the time I thought was kind of a risky choice because they already had Lauri Markkanen, who he doesn't play the same way, but he's about the same height, and I didn't know if they really worked good together, but what I saw in the Summer League, I think Wendell Carter is really going to be good. He was doing a great job on defense, elite shot blocker, and he can shoot the ball from the outside, which some centers in the league cannot do that. They also drafted Chandler Hutchinson, a pure scorer out of Boise State with the 22nd pick in the draft, which I think that was a good pick. And because of these reasons, I'm going to give the Bulls a B+.
Alright, I think the major moves that the Bulls made were just signing Jabari Parker, drafting Wendell Carter Jr., and re-signing Zach LaVine.
Mm-hmm.
You got a young core in Chicago now, and with Jabari Parker, it just gets younger and better.
Mm-hmm.
But like a power forward, you gotta think Jabari Parker, Lauri Markkanen, and Wendell Carter Jr. Like, I feel like one of them's eventually gonna have to go.
Wendell Carter Jr. could play center.
Yeah.
He's only, how old is he though? 6'10"?
6'10", 6'11", but he plays bigger than his height.
Great shot blocker.
What I would say if I was the coach of the Chicago Bulls, if I was Fred Hoiberg, I would start Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Denzel Valentine, Jabari Parker, and Lauri Markkanen, and for a little bit.
Lauri Markkanen is not big enough. I don't think he's built big enough to play center.
In the modern NBA, I think he's
if
a
you're
good
gonna put him
center.
up against someone like, I don't want to say Embiid because he's the best player in the NBA, but the center,
Wait,
best
what?
center in the NBA.
Hot take.
Best center, my bad.
Okay.
Best center in the NBA.
Mhm.
But I'm just trying to think there's all Lauri Markkanen. He's not big enough yet to play center.
But he's gonna fill out. I think he
Yeah.
will fill out. So what do you grade him?
I don't know, a B just because they kept that young core together, and in the NBA you don't want to be mediocre. If you can be as bad as they were, what were they?
They were not a good team.
And
A high
young
20,
core,
21 game.
you get good young players, and
There's a reason they got the
eventually
7th pick in the draft, you know.
Yeah.
you can take that.
I agree with both you guys, but I'm going to have to give a B+ just because I think Wendell Carter Jr., very promising player.
Yeah.
I think
I agree with you.
could win Rookie of the Year this year.
I'm
not going that far.
I don't think I think he has the talent to. I just don't know if he has the right role. Like, he's not gonna have the same amount of touches as a player like Trae Young or DeAndre Ayton.
All right. Next team, the Detroit Pistons. Nick?
So the Pistons, they needed to do something because right now, I said earlier, you don't want to be mediocre. The Pistons are the definition of mediocre right now. 9th place in the East, you got Blake Griffin, you got Andre Drummond, you got to surround them with something right now. I think both of them could be all-stars. I don't think, maybe not both of them this season, but they're definitely all-star capable players. But then they got Dwayne Casey.
Yeah. They're definitely going to be all-stars in the East, I think.
Yeah, they could be.
I think Drummond. I don't know. Maybe.
That's a different topic. But Dwayne Casey, they got Dwayne Casey. That was really helpful, I think, because I just don't think the Pistons really are running anything.
Mhm.
But because you got two, again, all-star capable, power big men, And with that, you can do whatever you want. Like, think Cousins and Boogie. I mean, Cousins and AD. Like, they're not going to be to that extent, but they're still kind of like the same idea that they can, like, Drummond isn't as capable. I don't think he's as versatile as AD, but, like, he can definitely, like, move around. I don't think he can shoot still, but he's still big enough. And if you can surround them with something, like, somewhat decent at, like, point guard, shooting guard, and small forward, I think they could make the playoffs, possibly 5 seed.
They're projected, to get a 5 seed.
5 seed.
Biggest odds.
I don't think they're gonna get that.
Okay.
But they didn't make any offseason moves to get it, so I'd give them a D plus because they didn't do anything.
I got them with a D. I think the Pistons. The problem started when they traded Avery Bradley and Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris is a young, promising star who they just left out to dry. Like, why would you trade him for Blake Griffin, who he's good, but he has injury problems?
Do you not think Blake Griffin's better than Tobias Harris?
I think he is better than Tobias Harris.
Harris.
But right now, I think
Bradley.
You think Tobias Harris is better than Blake Griffin right now?
No, I never said that. I think he has a higher ceiling. Tobias Harris has got better every year. Okay, they gave up on Avery Bradley, which
he wasn't having that good.
Yeah, I know he wasn't having an incredible season, but on a good team, he's a good defender, good mid-range shooter. He can bring a lot of good things to the team. In the off-season for free agency, they brought in 2 schmucks in Jose Calderon and Zaza Pachulia, which I don't see either of them helping really.
They did get Glenn Robinson though, but he's not going to do it. He's young. He's kind of young.
They lost Anthony Tolliver to the Timberwolves, which could have hurt them because they don't really have much outside shooting other than Luke Kennard. And
I still got Reggie Jackson,
but
he's not really fitting with the system.
Do they have Ish Smith as their backup? I think he is.
They might still.
Ish
Smith
is not a good
But Reggie
backup.
Jackson does not fit the system. I'm just saying right now.
He hasn't been healthy. When he's healthy, he's not a bad player. Good.
But if he ever gets healthy.
Yeah.
He's never constantly healthy.
Same thing with Blake Griffin. Never really constantly healthy.
Yeah.
Good point.
Okay.
All right. I would have to give them a C plus. And just because Dwayne Casey, I think he did great things with the Raptors, and I could see that. I could see him doing great things with the Pistons as well. Next team, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. Connor.
Okay. I think the Milwaukee Bucks did a lot of things right this offseason. Okay, they're the 7th seed in the East. They lost to the Celtics in 7 games. And I think in that series, it really was promising to see that Chris Middleton was really emerging as a star. Him and Giannis are definitely the 2 players who you got to keep for the future. They got Ersan Ilyasova and Brook Lopez, which they're not great defending big men, but they can shoot the ball, which will definitely help Giannis in the sense that Giannis can drive down to the lane and either dunk on someone or pass it out for the 3. In the draft, they picked Dante DiVincenzo, 17th pick in the draft, which I think he went a little high. I think it was pretty much based off of he had a really good combine and his championship game performance. They also have a new coach in Mike Budenholzer, and when the Hawks were a good team in the East and didn't want to rebuild, Mike Budenholzer was a good coach. Runs a good offense. Came from Pop in San Antonio, and he does a lot of things right. So for those reasons, I got the Bucks at a B plus.
You forgot about Jabari Parker though.
Which he didn't help the team.
I
don't think he helped.
He could have helped. He averaged 15 points when healthy. He can do that.
Yeah.
You have that with Chris Middleton averaging probably around 20. Giannis can average 30. That's a good, that's a pretty good.
It's a little high for Giannis, for my opinion.
30?
Yeah.
He could drop
30 points per game?
He could drop 30. Okay, fine. 3 points.
20.
But, Lopez, I don't think Lopez is really that good.
Lopez is the leading scorer for the Nets history.
That's a Nets.
What else did he do? I mean, he didn't do anything with the Lakers, did
I know.
he?
But I also think
Ersan was a good pickup.
The thing is,
Ersan was a good pickup.
Brook Lopez and the Lakers were trying in different directions. They were a young team, and he was there. It didn't really work out, but I think he will work out well.
He just hasn't proven to me that he can, be a good quality starting center for, I guess, a top 4 team. I could see the Bucks being a top 4 team.
They were starting Tyler Zeller. Tyler Zeller.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Yeah, so anything's an upgrade.
DiVincenzo
Yeah,
is also
it's
good.
true.
in my opinion.
They still got Thonmaker.
If Thonmaker
Thonmaker-
does better, he could be legit.
He,
Budenholzer,
I think
good coach.
it might help him, but the thing is, Thonmaker is way too inconsistent. In the playoffs, was incredible at home, and then did literally nothing on the road. Like, barely played. And, yeah. But if Mike Budenholzer can try to find a way to involve him in their offensive scheme, I think Thonmaker will take the next step.
Do you think he could probably start over Brook Lopez?
He might start.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Bucks, I give them like a C+ for the offseason.
Okay.
They didn't do too much.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a B-, just cause they didn't really. I don't think they. I like DiVincenzo.
Good pickup.
Good pickup, but he's a nice athletic guard. But I don't know. I want them to get someone maybe to pair up with Giannis.
Like if they got DeAndre Jordan possibly.
Yeah.
That would be too far, but you have an athletic center right there.
Yeah, true.
Good defender, lengthy. That team is just all length right now. I think it would be pretty good.
What do you think about the Eric Bledsoe situation? You think he'll start or Malcolm Brogdon at the 1?
Well, Malcolm,
Or Giannis.
I don't think Eric.
Giannis at the 1.
Giannis at the 1,
I don't think.
Brogdon at the 2, Middleton at the 3, 4 Ersan, 5 Lopez or Thon.
That sounds like a
I
good
feel
lineup and all, but they might. I see Eric Bledsoe starting. I feel like they went to 7 against the Celtics, and they're just gonna get better. I'm assuming for another year under Giannis. Giannis is have you seen a picture of Giannis now? His arms are huge. All of a sudden. He's been hitting the weights, so I just see him easily averaging 30 points.
Okay.
So he's a possible MVP.
Easily, he's a little bit of an overstatement.
He averaged 27.
Is he the best player in the East?
I think
He
I
might
think
be.
Kyrie Irving.
This is a Kyrie or him.
Kyrie Irving? Maybe Joel
Joel
Embiid.
Embiid.
I have Giannis over Joel. That's just me. That's me.
All right.
Yeah, he hasn't made
I
it
think
past the first round.
It's time to move on here to the Indiana Pacers. Nick?
So I think they actually did really well. They needed Tyreek Evans. Darren Collison's a good point guard. Tyreek Evans can play point guard. Was he 6'7", right?
6'6".
6'6". He plays point guard.
Mhm.
You got Victor Oladipo, Bojan. You got Thaddeus Young right now, and you got Miles Turner down low. I think that's a pretty good team. I think they're gonna stay at the 4 seed.
Mhm.
But Miles Turner and Victor Oladipo are a pretty good young core. If Miles Turner stays healthy for the entire season, I could easily see them being top 4 team.
Mhm.
Victor Oladipo will be another All-Star. I could see Tyreek averaging 15 points again. And Bojan's just that guy kick out into the corner and he'll shoot. Thaddeus Young, I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah.
But
Neither.
there's gonna be that weak link in the starting lineup. I feel like I give the Pacers, in all honesty, just from getting Tyreek Evans. Oh, my bad. Actually, they lost Lance though. That's actually a big thing I forgot about. Lance was good.
He gives him an identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also got Aaron Holiday, which I don't think is a huge pickup.
I think.
For the future, it could be good. I think
I think
that's
he can
only
make
positive.
an impact right away, though. I feel like.
Well, who's your backup? He might be their backup point guard, right?
I think
He
Darren
could start over
Collison-
Derek Collison.
This is the thing.
Darren Collison's all right.
What I would do is this.
Alright.
Darren Collison is one of the most efficient point guards in the league. He might not be the best one, but he's very efficient, doesn't turn the ball over, shoots the ball very well from the field. And for those reasons, I think that they might start him with Tyreek Evans. I don't know. Or maybe Tyreek Evans comes off the bench as a 6 man.
I would not do that.
You wouldn't do it? Okay, I would just consider it. I like the pick of Aaron Holiday. And Kyle Quinn he's a good signing from the Knicks. Big center. I feel like him and Domantas Sabonis could pair well off the bench.
I give them an A-.
I gave him a B+. B+.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a B there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, next team, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay, they lost the best player in the world. Flat out, I'm giving them an F just for that.
An F?
You lose LeBron. I don't
Jeez.
care how good Colin Sexton is. You
Okay.
lost LeBron.
I give him.
He's the best player in the league. Not usually, but he's definitely the second. He's the best player in the league. You put him with Colin Sexton. You give Colin Sexton pretty much for him.
Okay, what I would say is this.
You can.
The Cavs, they lost LeBron James, who is the best player in the world. But I feel like it could have been worse.
Yeah,
Really.
I mean,
And for that reason, I'm giving him like a C minus.
you can't really blame them for
Yeah.
losing LeBron. in
He's
my
a free
opinion.
agent.
They lost him twice.
Yeah, I think you should blame JR, honestly.
JR.
Alright, yeah, you can blame
Okay,
him.
this
That
is what I
game one
think.
in the finals
I think
really set LeBron off.
picking Colin Sexton was probably the best thing for their franchise because he is a workhorse. He has an incredible attitude and he tries really hard in both ends of the floor. He can pass the ball. His jumper is improving. Good defender, and he can give them an identity. In the summer league, Ante Zizic, who I thought really wasn't that good on the Celtics, but played very well in the summer league. Big body, finishes well down low. I think he could be. He might take Tristan Thompson's spot next year in the starting lineup. And then Kevin Love, the extension, 4 years, $120 million.
They're just gonna trade him.
That was a good deal.
Like, that's
I think it
Yeah.
was, yeah.
But
'Cause
I
you don't
just
want to blow the team completely up.
Yeah.
Like,
But
you need to
He
keep
might,
it together.
might give him a chance for the playoffs. I'm not.
I don't.
I'll
think
see
so.
it, but I think
Think you
He's
you
gonna
just made it to the final for like 3 straight seasons.
They're gonna compete.
You're not gonna make it anymore.
they're gonna compete for the playoff spot,
I'm not too sure.
an 8 seed, I think.
But like now you got Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. We'll see. 'Cause I think the rest of these teams, like the Bucks, Pistons, Pacers, like all those teams are gonna make the playoffs.
I don't see the Pistons doing. I don't see them making the playoffs.
I see
think
the Bucks and Pacers in this division being better than the Cavs definitely. Pistons
Bucks,
and Bulls.
Pacers, maybe Bulls.
The Bulls, yeah, they could be better than the Cavs.
Yeah, they could.
But Bulls are like the wild card team. in
So,
my opinion.
what was your grade for the Cavaliers?
I got them at a C minus.
I'm gonna say C plus. C
Alright.
plus.
Mhm.
All right, I think that wraps it up for this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and keep watching. All right, see you next time.
Thank you.